Don't forget, you can check out the Facebook group. The link is on my YouTube page, or you can click the QR code right here on your screen. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so I want to show you guys my latest hobby. This is terrible looking. I know, this is absolutely horrible. Here, okay, I don't want to lose that. I made a book. It's not great. It's a little bowed. I can fix that though. I just gotta press it. I was playing with the lettering and it did not want to stay after when I put the varnish on. It said screw you. So the book's not. This is my very first book ever. Okay, my first. So don't be too judgy. But otherwise, you know, it turned out really great. These are basically for my own knowledge, so I'm not selling them. So they're not illegal to print. But this is how I'm now saving all those digital books that I have, because everyone's giving me such a hassle. Oh, they won't survive an EMP. Well, now it will. Bite me. So yeah, so this is my latest hobby now. Is now printing books. Yeah. I made the book cloth myself. Book cloth is actually really good. I didn't make the cloth, I made the book cloth. Basically, I just used a piece of fabric and some light fusible interfacing. And then it connects to the boards and everything just fine, and nothing's seeping through, and everything is going pretty good. So, yeah, I gotta edit this part out, but I just didn't care enough to. So, this is my new hobby. I know, it's terrible. Hey guys, so I have a great video today. Well, I have a great gift for you guys today, actually. So I contacted Baker Creek or rareseeds.com about getting you guys a coupon code. They didn't want to leave any open codes, so I couldn't do that. But I just did decide to send people a nice gift for a subscriber giveaway. Let's check this out. It's a cool little bag, right? Baker Creek Heirloom seeds. Really awesome. Store a lot of stuff in here. It's a great gift bag, right? Okay, but they also, I'll do it aside. They also send easily $100 for the seeds as well. And this was their idea, because I just wanted a coupon. I wasn't asking for handouts or anything like that. I just wanted to pass some savings on to you guys, and they couldn't do that, but they did, however, I got less seeds than this, and I paid like $90, $80. So there's some good ones. I'm actually kind of jealous because I want a few of these, but I'm not going to keep them because they're yours. We got some, I can't even pronounce that, greens. Here's a little, looks like an ornamental grass. Dianthus, which is actually something I grow here. I did get some, but I didn't get this variety. It's really pretty, but sweet peas, because these are amazing. So some of these flowers are medicinal, some are just pretty. This one, from what I hear, is very popular. It's a Merlot lettuce, and I always wanted to try it, and I almost got it this year, but I didn't want to break Doxy's bank, and he's the one that bought my seeds this year, so. Looks like there's actually two of the sweet peas. I didn't even notice that before. I kind of went through them a little bit. Here's a really beautiful poppy. And some people know poppies can be a little bit medicinal if you know how to do it right. That's all I'm going to say. There's your rose mint. Forgive the noise in the background. Sage is, she's being sage. My whole place is usually a mess because she's always destroying everything. I got this area a little bit cleaned. Then we're also apologize. Behind me is always a mess. This is where I pretty much spend most of my time, either editing video or working on books. I'll get to that in a minute though. But here's a carrot. And when they do give free gifts out, they actually give some pretty decent ones. I got some really great seeds that I was actually excited about. I was like, ooh, I'm going to try these. And they were free gifts. They weren't just like, here's some cabbage. Most places, they give you free seeds. It's something like cabbage. A lot of people like cabbage, so that's not a bad thing, but I wanted something a little better. And they did deliver, so that was great. Clementia, Minta, whatever. Now here's a black garbanzo bean. This is one of the ones I'm kind of jealous about because I would love that. But I'm just going to write down a list of some of the stuff that I think that they've sent you guys that's awesome, and I'm going to buy it myself later. Okay, here's some loofah cord, which I've been trying to go for many years. I found out you actually have to clip the top and the bottom, or just at least the top of the seed or the top of the bottom to let water get in. Just enough, not a whole lot, just enough to let water get in, and then they sprout a lot better. So that's a cool little thing. Here's choice some. Is it purple? Here's Black Beauty eggplant. I mean, I love eggplant. I don't really grow it because, to be honest, I just eat them raw because they taste like apples. I thought that was really cool. But I can make an eggplant jam and it actually would taste pretty good. But, I mean, I know a lot of people love eggplant, so that looks like a really good one. And every one of their seeds that I've ever started, they have an amazing germination rate. Like, amazing. I did kill some of them off, but that was my own fault. I got busy for a couple days between my medical appointments and Duxie's mom's. She just had some health issues too. So I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the water, and the water in the tray got a little low, and some of them didn't make it. That's my bad. I can replant them, and I probably will. This looks like a really good one. It is a Bloomsdale long-standing spinach. And spinach is amazing for your body. It is one thing that not only doesn't cause you to gain weight, but actually helps you lose weight. So spinach is amazing. Hopefully soon I'll be back on that train. But I do love spinach. I just don't use it a lot because Doxy hates it. I'm getting him to come around though. Yellow sweet Spanish onion. Also looks really good. I didn't grow I'm going to buy my onions this year because I don't have the space to really start a bunch of onions from seed. Sage. Dar cucumber. Looks like a little smaller one. Probably great for pickling. From the looks of it, it looks like a great pickling one. And it doesn't really say. And here's a melon. This might be this. No, I think I got a different one, but I did buy. This one does have a lower germination rate. It says it right there. So they added more to the pack to accommodate that. It says low germination rate of 63%. That's what they consider a low germination rate, 63%. I like these people. I do. I really do. There's a few things I wish they would keep in stock, but, you know, I'm so grateful for what I did get. But here's a nice little melon. They don't give me a lot about what they are in here, but if you do order a catalog, they will give you a better description as to what each of the seeds has. Here's an ice queen lettuce. Corn salad. I don't think it's actually corn. I think it's just lettuce that goes with corn salad. Here is a cauliflower, which, who doesn't love cauliflower, right? Actually, Doxy doesn't. When I make cauliflower, or when I make mixed vegetables, He gets the broccoli, I get the cauliflower. I used to love broccoli, but my mom made it once and stunk up the whole house for like a week, and I haven't been able to eat it since. Here's Amsterdam celery. I think I got a purple variety from them this year. I believe. I don't know. I took some of them out of the cart because I wanted to lower the cost a little bit. And here's everyone's favorite medicinal lemon balm, which I absolutely love. You crunch up the leaves and you actually smell citrusy. But this has a lot of good health benefits as well. Here's another onion. It's yellow of Parma. And you got like just a huge variety of these things. And I have more, so I'm going to keep going. So here's some Brussels sprouts. Sage. Apologies. She forgets sometimes. Stop being destructive for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 10 max. Arugula. I personally hate this stuff. I can't stand the taste of bitter greens. And that is as bitter as it comes. I can't. I have issues with cilantro too. I have no idea what this is. Tatsoi. I'm trying not to keep the glare on it for you guys, but this light is kind of bright. That does help. It makes everything look a lot better. This is a grain of white buckwheat. I'm not sure what that is, to be honest. I mean, as much as I love plants and all that stuff, I don't know every single plant there is. But radish. The ones I'm growing actually look like carrots, so like a carrot radish. And they are doing phenomenal. And I'll show you that. Okay, here's a kale. I know most of these only belong in the trash, but some people actually like to eat this nasty stuff. I don't like kale. If you do, more power to you. I hear it's a superfood. I was thinking of growing some. And I have some seeds for some. But I was thinking of growing some. And turning it into a powder for some shakes or something. Or just juicing them because I have a juicer. Here's a beautiful sunflower. I'm going to be growing some of my tribal sunflowers this year, so that should be great. And of course the broccoli that goes with the cauliflower. Here's another carrot brand called Coral. And yes, my computer room is usually a madhouse. Another lettuce. This one is... I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. It looks kind of unique, though. And my computer shut itself off. Oh, this one looks really cute. It looks like a little miniature Napa cabbage. I'm hoping the glare is not too bad on that. It looks really cute. It's called a little gem. It's almost like the size of a Brussels sprout, but it's a cabbage or a lettuce. I'm gonna have to order this. I'm adding this to my list. Winter choy, Chinese yellow heart. Guessing you like a bok choy, winter choy. So I mean, we got like a whole different variety. We got some flowers, some lettuces, some vegetables. Here's another melon, Siamese bitter. It looks like a little tiny thing. And here's some runner beans. They're like black, dark purple, black green beans. They don't look like shelling beans, I don't think. It doesn't really say. An edible ornamental with scarlet red blooms that yield inky black beans. I mean, it looks like looks more like a long bean than a shelling bean. Another bitter melon, ganju. Kind of looks more like a gourd than a melon, but I mean, they're in the same family, so why wouldn't that be different? And this one looks gorgeous. Kyoto bread carrot. Yes. So whoever wins, I mean, I thought about splitting these up in two, but I didn't know how to split the two to make them really feel even. So it's going to be one lucky winner who gets a whole lot of stuff. So what I'm going to have you do to enter this is supposed to be a thank you for all of my subscribers. So this is for subscribers. I know there's like 354 or 355 of you who I definitely appreciate and love every one of you for sticking by. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for fame. I don't do this for anything other than I'm trying to teach things that are lost. And who doesn't go to YouTube University when they don't know how to do stuff? So I do a lot of things from scratch. I grow things. I experiment with things. I have to, hold on. Sorry, I'm back. Sinatra and Fancy have taken to full-on attacking Snickers now, so they're blocked off, and they don't always like that. Anyways, so what I was saying, that's why I do like a lot of things. I'm trying to show people how to do things back the way they used to be done. Of course, I use more modern stuff because I can. I'm not going to show someone how to knead dough. There's plenty of videos on that. And I try to do things differently than other people because there's already a million videos on how to make ghee. So I made crockpot ghee. Of course, I had one person get a little bit demeaning in a comment. Yeah. I don't care what she had to say. It was kind of rude the way she talked to me. She can grow up. I did things differently and I did do things right. And I can pull out all my stockpile of ghee and prove that, hey, look, it's all preserved properly. Because I just opened one recently and it does look good. So, I just delete the comments. It's drama. Anyways, so I try to do things that are a little bit differently that you're not going to find a million videos on the web. I'm trying to show people how to preserve food, survive in case of whatever happens, and just how to do new things. That's all my videos for. At most, the channel is just so, because I'm not close with my family, so at least here there's proof that I existed at one point. And that's pretty much all this channel's for. But I do appreciate the few people. Sorry, 355 is not exactly few. But I do appreciate the people that do come back every week, that do watch my videos, who are respectful. I love you guys to death. I want to say thank you. I tried to get you a coupon code to say thank you, and instead they decided to give, this is anymore, a whole mess of seeds. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous of some of these. But, so this is just my way of saying thank you. This was their way of saying thank you. And so you guys get to win. So to enter, in the comments, I want you to put hashtag Baker Creek. And I'll put that on the screen. So hashtag Baker Creek is somewhere in your comments. But you do have to comment. And it's for subscribers. And you get this cool swag bag, of course, too. I know. I buried them. But we'll go ahead and send these out to you this come next week when my next video comes out. And I will get these, we will get these mailed out. Thankfully my boyfriend happens to work where packages go. So I'll just send them with him and he can mail them out for you. So we're going to go ahead and get that all set up and leave your comments. And I have a random generator thing here. I don't know how well you can see. No, you can't see that screen. Okay, hold on. Okay. So this screen right here, I found a random comment picker. So that's how I'm going to be, picking the winner. I do apologize, this place is a mess. I live here. So it's I have to, all my energy is spent cleaning up cat toys. Hardly ever cleaning my desk. But you may have seen Baker Creek on Facebook. They have a lot of really wacky videos and commercials and stuff like that. And they're definitely worth ordering a catalog from. I didn't pay for the catalog. You just go online and order it. And they send you this catalog with some really great descriptions. It's almost like a book you can read. It's so amazing. I was highly impressed, and I wanted to give them a try. I know I'm kind of set in my ways when it comes to gurney seeds, but you know, gurney's broken my heart once or twice too. So, okay, I'm gonna have to organize this later. It's kind of a hot mess. It'll get nice and neat before I ship it, I promise. But yeah, I'm usually all about the gurney seeds. And I am growing some gurney stuff this year. I always do. I keep their seeds and I collect their seeds as much as I can. There's spinach, which these are actually no longer any good because I did not store them properly. This is how I normally like to store my seeds. I take old pill bottles because they're air and water tight. I put my seeds in there and I put a label on it and I throw them in the freezer. My current method has failed me. I bought some little thing and it looks like little Tic Tac things. Like, here's the top part to it. And it's not as air and moisture and all that tight. So some of my seeds didn't quite make it this year. Like none of my paprika made it, which is really heartbreaking. And straighten this out so I can sit straight. I have to replant, even though I think I have a new jalapeno that just came up. I'm going to replant some jalapenos because I don't have nearly as much as I want. And I need a lot bigger yield than what this is about to give me. And I'll show you why in one of my next videos. Not this week. Probably next week's video. I found a way to freeze dry stuff and then can it afterwards. And I experimented with this, and I actually did it on film when I did my sweet relish, but that's part of the footage that didn't make it. So I made something called cowboy candy. I'm not one for really spicy stuff. Usually the most spicy I get is sweet chili sauce on some of the things, and even then it's a little Or the Beijing beef at Panda Express. I love the Beijing beef. It gets really hot though. But I made some cowboy candy for Daxi's family, and apparently his dad is in love with them. So I'm about to make another batch here soon because I have a big jar of freeze-dried sliced jalapenos. That's mainly because... baby girl. No, no, no. Down, monkey. Sage, down. Chose the opposite. Because she's a brat. So I'm going to take those sliced jalapenos and make some cowboy candy out of them. And I did do that earlier in the year, and it actually turned out pretty good. Most people wouldn't think it would, because it's not going to be as crunchy as some people might like. But, I mean, unless you're just open kettling them, it's going to get a little soft anyways. But they turned out really great, and that's going to be my next video. For now, I'm going to give you an update on the garden here, but I'm going to take you off the tripod for that. And that means I have to put this cute, adorable little monkey down so she can go back to creating hell. Go on. I have no toys of yours over here. I have a million things, but no toys. Okay. So I'm going to get you switched over to the handheld. Okay. Alright, so update is tomatoes are doing fantastic. They're quite leggy. Most of these are leggy because these lights are not quite strong enough. My money so far to getting this year's garden going went to this tray thing here, this bag here, which both of those were about $200. A lot of soil and the bags, and I upped my gardening game, which you're going to see more about later on. I'm not quite ready to show you some of the cool stuff I got for the garden this year. And then, of course, the rows out back. And you can actually see right there. Let's see, right there is actually where my wheat is. I think that whole row already started to get some soil in it. And it's kind of mulched over with some more lettuce. So that is what my garden's gonna look like this year. So we put a lot into a lot, so I didn't have a whole lot of money to add extra stuff. So the lights I just went with, I mean, these were already $50 for those ones. I couldn't add more to the budget for that. So next year I'll probably up my game there a little bit, but they're still good. I mean, I can bury them up a little bit. It's not gonna be an issue. So they're a little leggy right now. I got one artichoke to come up, actually two technically, but the heater's going, so this is heating everything up in here right now. One of them didn't make it, but then I have that one. It also has its true leaves, so I'm really happy about that. And then here's way more tomatoes. I'm going to be coming through here soon and thinning them out, but it's just so hard to pick the ones I like, because they're all so gorgeous. Now these are the radishes. As you can see, they are doing phenomenal, those big ones in the back. Those are the radishes, right, carrot radishes, and down here I have more. They're doing great. They're also leggy though. I mean, most of these are going to be leggy. So I have some jalapenos and a new one that just came up, so I might just... No, I'm just going to plant some new ones. Add it to it. But they took off. They're being phenomenal. They're doing amazing. My Anaheims are doing better than my jalapenos. Most of them did come up, and there's more over here. So, I mean, I'm getting a good bunch of Anaheims, so I can't complain much about that. My sugar beets didn't come up so much, but that's fine, because I actually have the sugar beets I grew last year in the fridge. Here's a fun fact. If you want to save seeds from some of your favorite stuff, like carrots, if you want to grow multiple carrots in 1 year, that's fine. When you want to save the seed from them, put some of them in a bag in your crisper and let them sit over winter. I took the tops off, of course, and then I just kept them in baggies. I took all my small ones and put them in baggies and stuck them in the freezer, because carrots, radishes, sugar beets, stuff like that, they don't produce seed the first year, so they have to go through a second cycle. And if you have winters like us, where, you know, we have had wind chill of -50 before. There was one time it was colder in South Dakota than it was in Alaska. Kind of impressive, I gotta say. Just drunk. Anyways, so I brought them in, and I've had them survive 2 years in the fridge doing that before. And they still start to grow more roots, and believe it or not, the moistures that they have on them, when you wash them off and stick them in the thing, the water from from rinsing them off, you don't have to add any extra. They will actually keep it going and just keep it going. So it basically hibernates them for the most part. And so this year I'm going to go back out in the carrots that I grew last year, and I'm going to start replanting a bunch. And those are going to be my seeds for this year. Hopefully. In theory. They were kind of small. But, I mean, they're saying that you can also take the tops off the carrots and put those in the fridge, let those cycle through for the winter, and stick the tops back out there, and then they'll actually grow more carrots that way. So I might have had to do it that way, but I didn't. It's fine. It's fine. So I have carrots, sugar beets, all that stuff in the fridge. So these are basically going to be next year's seeds anyways. Only 2 of my parsley came up, which is kind of weird. But these are, I think the parslays and stuff, I just bought random seeds from like the Dollar Tree and stuff. So I'm not expecting a whole lot from them. Not all of these are from Baker Creek. In fact, most of what I got from Baker Creek isn't even in the soil yet. A few of them are, the radishes are, some of the flowers are, and a lot of the flowers actually died, but that was my own fault. This is some of the Gurney spinach, which is being finicky right now. It's being very crabby. Here's the celery. And I don't remember if this was Baker Creek's or not, but I have a good amount of celery coming up, so I would guess maybe. I have very little dill going up, which is actually kind of maddening, and I have a couple chives that decided to finally come up. So down here, some of my cayennes came up, and none of my paprikas. Like, none of the paprikas came up. But at least I have some cayenne. The Cajun bell peppers are doing amazing. And then the ones on the left over here, these are the Black Beauty bell peppers. It looks like I got 3 of those that came up. They didn't do very good last year, so 3 coming up this year is actually pretty good. But I'm going to start to resow some of these. And here's where I had some issues because some of my things dried out and I didn't catch them in time. That has nothing in it, so I didn't worry so much. But that was rosemary. I have such a hard time getting rosemary to come up that I planted as much rosemary as I could. And so I actually have, looks like some rhubarb got over there. It's crazy. I do have a couple rosemaries that came up. And then here's the flowers. So a lot of them died and a lot of them are doing really good. I can't tell you which. The Baker Creeks are definitely in the lead. My stuff didn't make it. So that gray you're seeing is actually the mycelium on the soil. And it's also telling me that the soil is getting dry. So I'm going to be adding more water to this here pretty soon, because what happened was that I didn't catch it in time and didn't get them enough water. They're in tiny little cells, so they just suffocated and died really fast. So I have to regrow a lot of these, but there's a lot that grew up. That one in the back there, that is my hibiscus, which I've yet to get to grow here. And one marigold. I had a whole row of them coming up. But a lot of these are Baker Creek, and these are the salsify. I did plant them after all. Right here. But my rhubarb is doing great. This is one of the rhubarbs I planted last year. That big one right there. And it's actually going to be ready to go on the ground this year. So it's doing really great. Apparently all it wanted was some fertilizer. Now it's growing leaves out like crazy, so it's happy. And yeah, oregano's doing pretty good. Celery is doing pretty good. Definitely celery leaves. Dill leaves. So I'm going to do some resowing here. I'm going to do it off camera though, because I'm actually kind of warm and I need to take a break. But that is so far the seed update for now. I mean, in a few weeks, they have taken off quite a bit. I am definitely paying more attention to the water. I'm definitely going to fill up the gallon thing and go through and water them some more. I just wanted them to have, I planted them a little bit earlier because I wanted them to be big and beefy by the time they actually made it out to the ground. I wanted them to have a running start. And it looks like we're going to have a pretty early spring this year, even though it went from like 2 days in the 70s. Excuse me a second. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So we went from 2 days in the 70s to having a blizzard the next day. Of course, it wasn't that bad of a blizzard. They made it seem like it was going to be way worse. It was only like, it wasn't even enough snow to it melted on the driveways right away. So I was like, oh, okay. But it was cold. But I think we're going to have another early spring like we did last year, which means if I'm on it right, I should have a fantastic garden. I have much better growing soil this year. The leaves that we put in there as a filler. Excuse me. The leaves that we put in there as a filler are going to break down. We'll throw some worms in there and make sure they get broken down. They're gonna add a lot of nutrients to the soil. And we're using a topsoil and then a nice fertilized soil on top of everything else. It's hot, so I can't breathe very well. So it's going to be a really great mixture. Last year, we threw Miracle Grow on top of some really hard clay, and things had a hard time really taking off and doing much. So, yeah, the garden didn't come out. We just kind of threw a garden together with $5 and did the best we could, and it didn't turn out very good. This year we did a lot of planning. I even have a picture of where I want everything to go in the garden, and I'm pretty sure I have it. I can show you because I have every little spot laid out. We're gonna have 3 rows of corn, and with the corn is gonna be planted some climbing beans, and then underneath that I'm gonna have some squash underneath there. So I'm gonna do the 3 sisters planting method. So each of them benefits each other. The corn gives the beans something to climb up on, and I think it's the beans that give the corn nitrogen. And the squash keeps away all the what's the word? They keep away the weeds and stuff like that. But they basically all 3 benefit each other, and then you grow more in one little tiny area than you would anywhere else. I'm not so worried about the fertilizer. I did really great at fertilizing last year. I used a quite a few combination, and a lot of people are going to tell me to F off. But I use Miracle-Gro too. So about once a month we would have the waters going, and it would actually add Miracle-Gro to it as well. We have like the little thing that hooks to the hose, and then this literally will go right through the sprinkler. Or I have the little hand wand which sprays everywhere and gets. I'm covered in Miracle-Gro more than the garden. So we're not doing that one this year, hopefully. But I do like the one that straight connects to the hose. That way our sprinkler itself will water that whole area and feed it at the same time. So once a month we did that. Plus on top of that, I used a lot of the fertilizers, the bone meal, the blood meal, and all around general fertilizer. And we added that to the soil as well. So for keeping them being able to grow in tight spaces shouldn't be a difficult problem or an issue, because, well, I have enough fertilizer for them all to last, and the soil itself also has the food in it as well. So, God, I look like I have black eyes. Okay, I still have black eyes, but they're not as bad. All right, so yeah, so as long as you have a good enough fertilizer to maintain all the food that all of them need, and the roots can spread out well enough, then they should all do just fine. Now the boxes we did are supposed to be 12 inches, but like apparently when it comes to construction materials, when you order something that's 12 inches, like a foot wide, is not actually a foot wide. That doesn't really seem like that would be good for construction people, considering how much they have to measure everything down to. Apparently as normal people didn't understand that concept, so it's not quite a foot, but we did till, we did add extra soils and stuff like that, so they can go down into that clay a little bit as well. And if they really need to, they can kind of push down in there a little bit as well. So they have about a foot, which is all they actually need, is about a foot of space for their roots. Everything I'm growing only needs about a foot, so they have the downwardness for the roots, so they can kind of be packed in a little bit better. But that being said, when I laid everything out, I also did give them a little bit of space. Except for the tomatoes. They're just going to have to suck it up and deal with it. But they're going to be trellised this year on a lot better trellis. I have, you know what, that's another video. You'll get to see how we're going to do the trellising. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. I am planning quite a few videos to be filmed next week. They're not all going to be released, but that's because I'm planning ahead, because I might be having spine surgery again. I don't know, and I won't find out until like next week or so, or the week after. So I'm going to try to get as many done now as I can. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to say good luck to you guys. I do hope a lot of people try to enter. Just remember, hashtag Baker Creek. One word, BAKERCREEK. So with the hashtag, the little pound symbol. So my thing is actually going to pick out who puts the hashtags in, and can actually filter out who are subscribers. So I wish you all luck, and I'm really excited to be able to give this gift to people. So thank you very much, Baker Creek, for that. Also, I'm not actually being paid by them anything. The only thing I got from them was that cool swag bag, which you guys are getting. And here I am telling you how awesome that the sheets have been so far. You'll get more updates as the years go by, but I've seen everyone's testimonies. It's not going to be an issue at all. So definitely hope you win. All right. Bye, guys.